Welcome to the Explainer. So, have you ever actually stopped to wonder why objects move exactly the way they do? Today we're jumping right into it. We are decoding the invisible rules that govern, well, absolutely everything around us. We're talking about the hidden physics of force and motion.
Section 1. The shopping cart test, or feeling the physics. Okay, I want you to imagine the muscle memory in your arms right now. Pushing an empty shopping cart down the grocery store aisle is a total breeze, right? You barely even think about it. But load that exact same cart to the brim with heavy canned goods and, I don't know, a bunch of gallons of milk, and getting it moving from a dead stop suddenly takes some real effort. And hey, that isn't just you getting tired. It's actually a fundamental rule of the universe at play.
Moving on to Section 2, decoding the law, basically the secret code of the universe.
So Newton's second law of motion tells us that the acceleration of an object really just depends on two specific things: the net force acting on it and its mass. Simply put, this is the core fundamental relationship between how hard you push something and how heavy that something actually is.
And this gives us a beautifully simple equation. Force equals mass times acceleration, or F equals ma. You've probably heard it before. But this isn't just some boring abstract math problem. It is literally the anchor code for all motion. Everything that moves, anywhere, follows this exact script. Let's break down the first half of that formula. This gives us what we can call the force rule. Greater force equals greater acceleration. If you apply a massive amount of force to an object, well, it speeds up really rapidly. It's super intuitive, right? The harder the push, the quicker the acceleration. But of course, there's a flip side here. The mass rule. Greater mass means an object is just much, much harder to accelerate. The heavier an object is, the more stubbornly it resists any change in its speed. It just wants to stay put. This is exactly why your loaded grocery cart acts so incredibly stubborn when you first try to get it moving.
Which brings us to Section 3, everyday physics in action, putting mass to the test.
Picture this. You're standing in front of two balls on the grass, a standard football and a heavy bowling ball. Now, if you kick both of them with the exact same amount of force, the low-mass football experiences rapid acceleration and goes flying across the field. But the heavy bowling ball? Yeah, its movement is painfully sluggish and stubborn. Plus, you'll probably just end up breaking your toe. That bowling ball demands significantly more force to accelerate at the exact same rate as the football.
Let's scale this up to the highway. Imagine two totally identical cars with the exact same engines. One is empty, just the driver inside, but the other is packed to the absolute brim with passengers and heavy luggage for a road trip. If both engines produce the exact same force, that lighter, empty car is going to accelerate significantly faster. Less mass to move simply means less resistance.
All right, Section 4. Why this matters. Engineering our world.
See, this law scales way, way beyond shopping carts and kicking footballs. Engineers rely on this exact intricate dance between force, mass, and acceleration every single day. They use it to design safer cars that actually protect us in crashes, to build massive airplanes that somehow defy gravity, and even to calculate the precise amount of thrust needed to literally launch a multi-ton rocket into orbit. Modern engineering, as we know it, absolutely does not happen with F equals ma.
Which takes us to Section 5, the final equation, bringing it all together.
If you take away just one single thing from this explainer today, let it be this golden rule. More mass plus the same force equals less acceleration. When the force you apply remains constant, the mass of the object completely dictates its acceleration. Heavy things are stubborn. Light things are eager to move. It's as simple as that.
So, I want to leave you with a little question to chew on. Where will you notice Newton's second law hiding in your life today? The next time you throw a ball for your dog or step on the gas pedal of your car, or, even just push open a really heavy door. I want you to actively feel that invisible rule of mass and acceleration pushing right back at you. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, keep looking for the hidden physics in your everyday life.